I'm Jenny. Welcome to my channel where we focus on using ordinary materials to make beautiful things. I am back today to finish up the mix and match flip book that I started in the last week. I think it was last week. It wasn't, maybe not the exact previous video, but within the last couple videos, the last week or so. So last time you saw this, we had glued in all of the images, and some of the paper dolls were already done. I'd pulled some paper dolls and others needed to be decorated. So at this point, I have outlined all of the images and added some bling and some flowers. Some of this one was already done. So was this one. This was just an image, and all I've done is outline it, add a little bit of bling, a flower. This one was just an image. There was no, goodness. I just saw this and I realized that I need to re-stick the foot here. It's on vinyl wallpaper, or contact paper, I guess. So didn't want to quite stick there. So that was an image that I've done. This was just a plain image. I've just outlined him, put some jewels on him, did a little coloring. Again, this was just a magazine image. I've added some flowers and some jewels, some little pearls. This one was a magazine image that I've added. These are stickers, and then some little gold studs and a little flower. This one was already done. This was a magazine image. I've added some little pearl stick-ons and a flower. This one was just a magazine image. Again, I've just outlined it, add some jewels. This one was already done. This one I've outlined and added some jewels too. I've added some flowers and jewels to this one. And I've added some outlining and jewels and stickers. This is a sticker to this one. So the idea here, of course, remember, is that we're going to cut it in thirds so that we can mix and match the tops, middles, and bottoms. So that is the next step. So my plan today is to cut the sides into thirds and then put a cover on it, make a closure, and then decorate the cover with another paper doll that I have in my stash that I made in a previous video. So I guess we should just get started. I think the easiest way to do this is going to be probably, I could probably use a knife, but I'm not good with a craft knife, so I'm just going to use my scissors. I'm going to try to draw a line, and I think I'm going to kind of pull it down here so there's one single, so I can draw that line a little bit. And then I'm going to cut all of them from this side at the same time. This is about 11 inches tall, so I have decided, for the sake of ease, because it's like, when you cut 11 into thirds, you get, 3.6666666 to infinity. So I've decided I'm going to do like 3 3/4 from the top and 3 3/4 from the bottom, which is going to leave me about 3 1/2 in the middle. So the middle section is going to be about 1/4 of an inch shorter, but I think it'll be okay. So 3 3/4 would be right here, but we could cut on this line and it would give us a line to cut on. So if I just put a little pencil mark, just gonna put a little pencil mark on that line. And then if I do the same down here, 3 3/4, that one was a little more than, so if we go a little less than. So how many lines? Let's see if we count the lines. Is that a full line? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 lines. Counting this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 lines. Counting that one, but not that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And probably about 13 or 14. I think that looks pretty good, I think. Okay, so I'm going to just try to hold them all together. I probably, you know what, I think I'll clamp them. Let me grab a couple clamps. Because I don't want them to move. But I do want to try to just cut them all together so that they're more even. And I know I'm going to be cutting through flowers and jewels and things like that, so hopefully this will work. Well, I got through it. I could feel it not wanting to necessarily go through maybe some of the jewels because I didn't consider where I was going to cut when I put the jewels on. And I probably should have. And I'm just cutting to the center because remember our center piece is the one that's going to remain kind of flat and the same here. And I think I cut that crooked, didn't I? Was that a different line? Okay, well, if I did, I did. It's too late to fix it now. I hope not, but let's see what we've done. Okay, that's already fun. 3 different ones. Okay, well, we don't look too much worse for the wear. I do anticipate maybe having to go back and touch up some glue, like this one. She came unglued here, but that's fixable. And I figured that would happen, that when I started cutting, that, you know, some of it might come off. I'm using a glue stick, but if I continue to have trouble, then I'll definitely put some art glitter glue on it. So we just want it to match up here. There we go. Just checking to see if I need to glue something else down. That looks okay, that looks okay. All right, so let's do the same thing on this side. And we're gonna wanna do the same lines if we can here. So I'm looking at it, it looks like I've done it crooked, but I think it's just the dress. Because I did end, I think, on the same line that I started on. I think it's just that because the dress is longer over here, it makes it kind of look like it's on an angle. I could count. 6, 7, 15, nope, I think I I should have ended here. I got off kilter right here at the end. That should have gone this way. Ugh, rats. Okay. So the question is do we do this line across, or do we do this line across? Or do we try to split the difference? I'm not sure it's gonna matter too much. Can't believe I got off. So that should have gone. So be careful when you're doing yours. I should have probably marked on the other end as well. And I was thinking, because I have mine on notebook paper, that I had lines to follow, but I lost the line underneath my image here and I picked up the wrong line. I went towards that one instead of this one. And really, I kind of had it right until the end. So this was good till right about here. And I started going towards that line instead of that line. All right. Okay, it is what it is. And I think we'll just do that line across. So that's this line. We'll just do a little pencil mark to make sure we get the right line. This line, which is this line. And then this one not to make a mistake this time. This line, this line, this line, which is this line. Okay, let's clip it together. I still think it's going to be cute, even if I did get my line a little off kilter. I think it'll still be cute. So, and you know, it's a work in progress. This is the first one I've ever made this way. I've never done this before, so I'm trying something new. Get that little toe glued down there. So, you know, when you try something new, sometimes there's a learning curve. And it looks like the learning curve here is make sure you're cutting towards the same line. So I see my little mark here and my little mark here, which I can erase in a couple of minutes if I need to. Again, I've got some jewels under there and some flowers and things, so it's maybe not cutting exactly, but that's okay. I think if I had to do it again, I would probably cut before I started gluing on flowers and things, so then I would know. Although I think the idea of being able to cut across something so that it appears on both the top and the bottom is kind of fun. So I'll have to get my eraser and erase my little lines here. All right, let's see how we did here. Probably gonna have to touch up some glue over here. Looking okay so far. So far, so good. Oh, need a little, have to do a little surgery here. Helps if you take the cap off. Yep, just a little surgery. There we go. All right. So I think this is fun because now we can play with it, right? We can go this one and this one and this one. To make a silly character, we can put that head and that middle and these legs. Those were her legs, but we gave her a different middle. Well, that's kind of fun. I like that one, right? It almost even matches too on her arms. Oh, there's some legs for her. Let's see. What about these legs and that middle? She's turned a little, so that one's not quite as fun. But I think it's fun. I think it's a fun little thing, a little way to play with your paper dolls, right? I think it's just a fun little way to play with the paper dolls and see what you get. So it's not exact because my images, remember, were different sizes. So I think if I had to do it again, I would make sure every image was the same size. Like this one is tall, but the antlers are taller. The body part probably needs to move up. So I would probably measure from like head to toe as opposed to like the top of the antlers here. So if I had to do it again, I would probably do that differently. You know, but in the end, I think it's kind of fun because it's like one of those flip books that you get when you're a kid, you know, and you can play with the different characters, right? I think I might try to do one for Christmas. And if I do, I think I will start with maybe characters that are from like a coloring book that are all the same size and that are kind of line drawing characters so that they will be easier to line up. I think that might make it a lot easier to line up than having magazine images. So that might be a way to go. It would be fun maybe to do one for Halloween with like ghosts and goblins and vampires and witches and things like that. That could be a lot of fun. So, you know, maybe I'll try again and do one of those. But I am going to go ahead and put a cover on this one. Just, you know, I mean, I worked on it, so I don't, even though I've made a mistake, I don't want to toss it out. I still think it's fun. So here's what I'm thinking. I have a couple of pieces of wallpaper that I have glued together so that you can see the glitter because the ribbon I'm going to put on it has glitter on it. So I put some wallpaper pieces together because I just want it to be a soft cover. I want it to just sort of kind of wrap this way, and then just have a tie that around here. So that's, you know, that's what I'm looking for as far as the cover goes. I do want to glue the center down so that it stays put. So I kind of need to mark where it is. That looks like it's about even. Let me grab my art glitter glue. And let's see. Just gonna make a little pencil mark just underneath the edge. So it's not gonna show, but I know about where to glue. So I know I need to glue in this area right here. So my thought is I would glue this in and then put in I can't think of what it's called. I keep wanting to say a brad, but it's not a brad. And then run a ribbon through it and tie it, and put another paper doll that I've already made on top. So that's what I'm thinking. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna kind of fold it. I'm not really creasing because it's kind of fat, so it needs a little give to it. I just kind of want it to be soft and squishy, which is another reason I chose to use wallpaper instead of regular paper, because I just kind of want it to wrap and be squishy. So I think I moved it a little bit. It's okay. There's plenty of room. And I cut the cover a little big. So it's just a rectangle that's big enough, you know, to wrap. That's really all I'm after, is I just want to be able to wrap it to protect the paper dolls inside. And then I want to put a paper doll on top of it. So I just want to mark my center here so I can punch a hole and put my, I still keep thinking brad. It's not a brad. Oh, I hate it when I do that. So this is about 11 1/4. So half of 11 would be 5 1/2. So a little between 1/4. Need to move down here to the edge a little. So 5 1/2. So right about there. Okay. And I swear I don't know why I can't think of what it's called. Eyelet. It's an eyelet. Oh my gosh. All right. So let's see. 1/8. 2/16. Okay. All right. So I've got my crocodile here. So I'm just gonna line up my spot for my hole. gonna put my eyelet in. And I'm gonna move it up to eyelet. Oops. Knocked my eyelet out. Having trouble, do I have it? Nope. There we go. My little tool moved there. There we go. I think I got it. Except I think I had it on the wrong one. And now I've squished it. Okay. All right. Let me get another eyelet. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I have my little thing of eyelets here. I think I just had it on the wrong setting. I was just looking at my crocodile and I realized that I did not have it turned the right way on the bottom. So, user error, user error. So let's just try. Go ahead maybe and we'll just put that off. Try again with another eyelet. I have another one, so should be no harm, no foul. I'm not sure that's the same color I had, is it? Nope, it's not. I had that color. Wrong color. Okay. All right, let's see if I can get my tool in here and get this centered the right way now. There we go. Popped it in. All right. So now we're good to go because we've got it this way. We've got it this way. I think we'll probably put something on the inside to cover that because I really squished it. I think I might have had it on the wrong setting again, but it worked. So that was really all we needed. So you can always cover that. So I'll probably find a flower or something to glue over that. Right. Well, not really, because we're going to put a ribbon on there. I'm just not thinking today. I don't know. I don't know what my problem is. All right. So before I put the ribbon in, I've got a couple of paper dolls. This one is going to be a little big, I think. So this one looks like a good fit. So that's a good fit, I think. And then the ribbon, I'm just going to run it through here and wrap it around and tie it. So let's glue her on there. This is one of the paper dolls that I made the first time, the very first video. So I've had a couple of videos on paper dolls. One of them I made this one, and the larger one here, and several of the ones that you see in there. And then the second one I made with animal faces, and these are all from magazine images. Okay, so I think we just want to get her down there. Let me grab a towel because I've smeared glue. Do you have days like that? I'm just having one of those days. I've smeared the glue. Cut the line the wrong direction. But it's, in the end, it's a junk journal and it's something I made for fun. So it's okay if it's not perfect, right? It's okay. So, and it's squishy. I just wanted it to be kind of squishy and fun. So I'm not sure it really needs much else on the front, but I did want one of the paper dolls on the front to indicate what's inside. So I'm going to tie it with some tulle. So I have this big spool. I think honestly, this came from Dollar Tree. I have several colors. They come out around the holidays. Like I think this purple one was probably Easter. Like I have a yellow one, a purple, a green. And I don't think they're with the craft section. I think they're back with the flower arranging, which is down a little bit. It's not always the same aisle. There's like a floral arranging section. So when I tried to get it through at the full width, it didn't want to go because it was a little too fat. So I just cut it in half lengthwise. So I'm hoping that this will just go right through, and it did. So it was just a little too bulky before. So let's see if we can get that pulled down a little bit here. Because it's tulle, it's catching just a little. It doesn't, it doesn't run through quite as smoothly as some of the other things might. There we go. Looks like I caught the edge of it there where I cut it to. So, all right, and so now just have pieces to wrap and tie. Right. And I like the sparkly because you guys know me, I like sparkles, you know. I have to have jewels and sparkles and things like that. That's what makes it fun for me. All right. So there's our nice little flip book. So now we're all done, and since it was the first one, again, I've learned a few lessons. So maybe Halloween or Christmas we'll do another one with some characters that'll line up a little better, and we'll have some fun with that. That would be fun. I think Christmas would be really fun. I think it'd be fun to make one at Christmas as a gift, or to put out on your coffee table to play with when people come over, and let them, flip it back and forth and play with it. I think that would be a lot of fun. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Leave me some comments if you have some ideas on how to make the project better. Like I said, this is kind of a learning process. I've never done one before. I was just trying out an idea. So if you saw it and went, oh, if you did this, it would make it easier, please let me know. I would love to hear it, because I will be making more, and anything to make it easier would be much appreciated. Until next time, remember, use what you have to make your life more beautiful. Bye.